Installing a stereo in a 2008 Toyota Yaris. You're going to need a screwdriver, Phillips head. You're going to need an installation kit. You can get them from Crutchfield, Best Buy, places like that. Obviously another stereo. Go ahead and mount those together. Real easy to do. And you're going to need either a wiring harness to go from the factory wiring to the brand of receiver you have. Like I said, the same places will sell those. Just tell them you need a 08 Yaris to a Pioneer. Or you can just solder the connections together, and below this video is your wiring diagram. So let's get started. It's very easy to do. First thing is you want to start down here on the bottom. You want to gently pull that out. You'll see it's loose. Slide your finger up. You're going to get the second one out right there. Slide your finger up, apply a little pressure on top, and that comes out. Slide your finger down in between those two tabs, and this connection pops right out. No big deal. Same on the other side. Start on the bottom, slide your fingers up, be gentle. Under no circumstances do you force anything. Next step is this guy. You want to lift up in the center, pull back a little bit, and it should slip right out. Next is this silver trim. Loosen the top, loosen the bottom, loosen the sides, slips right out. Now you have 4 screws on your stereo. Here, 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 and here. This is where your screwdriver comes into play. The cup holder of the car is not a good place to put them. You'll lose them. They slip down and around and whatnot. I already lost one, which is why there's only 3 in this. So magnetic trays are always what I suggest. That was only 3 screws, but I only have 3 screws, so we'll assume it was 4. Stereo slides out. There's going to be a factory connection right back here, but you'll be able to adapt that. This is your antenna. You might need an antenna adapter as well. That's completely dependent upon which receiver you buy. So at this point, you take your factory wiring and you plug it into the wiring harness you purchased, or you can solder it all together. I personally like soldering. It's just a little higher quality. I don't have to worry about it rusting, things like that. So anyways, to proceed, you take your new stereo, plug her up, don't forget your antenna. If you have subwoofers or a subwoofer, don't forget your RCAs. You gotta have it into the right RCA pre-outs. Go ahead and slip this guy back in. This guy needs to be lifted just a tad to get her seated just right. And now you just reverse everything. Simple as that. If you've never installed a stereo before and you would like to, this is not a bad car to learn on. It's fairly simple. They can be very difficult. Very difficult. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 1 or a 2. Sorry y'all, the camera's in the way. I can't really see over there. Yeah, I think I got it now. Okay, as with any vehicle, when it comes to putting interiors back together, number 1 rule, don't force it. You'll bend plastic. It is just weak plastic and you'll break it. So be gentle. And you know where the clips are, so there you go, that's in. Now for our dash piece, we want to run our fingers along the top, make sure they're all aligned in there just right. Then push that down, make sure it's seated. See which one this is, that goes on the left. Plug it in. Make sure that's nice and seated. Make sure that's nice and seated. On the bottom, you might have to reach up in there and make sure that this is going into the proper hole. But not a difficult task. So, all in all, this is a very easy job to complete. Once again on the bottom, I'm going to reach my finger up under there, make sure it's going into the right hole. Done.